I can't wait to see what the big dog, Roman Reigns, has in store tonight.
Guys, I've been looking forward to this submission match ever since it was announced.
Oh, man, what a driver! Scoop slam! He forces his way free.
Man, he just has so much resolve.
And he hits the belly to belly. That might have hurt his head just as much. Oh my goodness, crushing it.
John Cena starting to take some deep breaths in there. At this point, it's all about how he responds and potentially rebounds.
Right in the mouth. Oh, Corey, he unloaded there.
John Cena is one of the greatest in-ring performers in WWE history, but he's no slouch on the microphone either. Whether he's rapping insults or dealing out harsh truths, Cena can be an intimidating presence when he speaks to the WWE Universe.
He fights his way free.
But how much energy did he exhaust fighting his way out?
Byron, you spoke before about John Cena's verbal acumen matching his wrestling skills, and we've seen that in practice a lot lately. His in-ring battle is accentuated by Cena shooting straight about Reigns' failings.
Gentlemen, I think the biggest feather in Cena's speaking cap is that he got the WWE Universe to boo The Undertaker by repeatedly calling out the dead man ahead of WrestleMania. Now that is microphone mastery.
And he breaks free.
Just when you thought he was out of this one.
For years, guys, the Intercontinental Championship somehow eluded Roman Reigns, but that all changed in November 2017 when the big dog defeated The Miz to capture the title.
And not only did that victory over The Miz give Reigns the Intercontinental Championship, Michael, but it also made him a prestigious Grand Slam champion. And look at the quickness by Cena.
As Saxton stated not too long ago, Reigns' Intercontinental Championship victory made him a Grand Slam. Champion. And the ironic thing is, the win came against The Miz, who's also a Grand Slam champion.
What's wrong? Superman punch!
Nobody does it quite like him.
John Cena's WWE career began in 2002, and his first victory was over Y2J Chris Jericho. Cena back then was filled with ruthless aggression.
No, it's not over yet.
Wow, part of me thought he was going to tap, Cole.
Corey, in the beginning of Johnson, the legends of the ring, Cena became U.S. champion, defeated my former broadcast colleague JBL at WrestleMania 21 for his first WWE title.
We really don't have enough time in this broadcast to talk about all John Cena's remarkable career accomplishments. The man has WrestleMania victories over the likes of The Big Show, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and that's just the beginning.
Driven down with a Samoan drop.
Reigns has identified the target. Stand by. Spear. This one's over, guys. Roman Reigns lives by mottos like one versus all.
What a decisive victory for Roman Reigns. Just incredible. That was one of the most entertaining submission matches we've seen in a while. Take a look.
Here is your winner, Roman Reigns.
And there's your winner, ladies and gentlemen.
That was simply a case of one guy determined to prove his dominance over another.
What a match that was, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining. No matter where his match is on the card, whenever John Cena's in the ring, it possesses a big fight, main event feel. It's just another reason why Cena's known as the franchise.
The thing about this match is I can't envision these competitors ever giving up. It's just not in their DNA.
John Cena is one of WWE's longest tenured veterans, but he's still got plenty left in the tank.
I'll agree with you, Byron. There's a reason they call the guy Big Match John. The WWE Universe witnessed a classic submission match at 2016's Extreme Rules event. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, defended her Women's Championship against Natalya. The one thing I thought was unfair about the match is that there was a ban against the Nature Boy Ric Flair being at ringside. If Flair appeared, Charlotte would lose the match and her women's crown.
Corey, you spoke of the submission match between Charlotte Flair and Natalya, and I need to point out that this match was not Flair's figure eight versus Natalya's sharpshooter. Victory could be achieved by making your opponent tap out to any submission maneuver. I think we all know why the Nature Boy was banned from ringside.
When Natalya had Charlotte locked in the sharpshooter, it seemed that the Queen of Hearts was going to be crowned the new champion. Of course, that was until Dana Brooke distracted Natty, giving Charlotte the opening to lock on the figure eight and force Natalya to submit. It wouldn't be a Flair match without a little bit of controversy, would it? Takes him down in a major way, too.
Oh my goodness, crushing it! He slams him down with authority.
I don't think you have to possess a genius IQ to know that if you're John Cena's opponent, you can't fall victim to the man's incredible power.
Perfectly timed slam. Now it's Roman Reigns on his heels. He's going to have to cut off his opponent's offense quickly.
Gotta like this strategy, just wearing him down, waiting for that perfect time to slap on the submission hold.
Corey, many opponents have tried to stay away from the immense power of John Cena and have failed. When the superstar becomes entangled in Cena's cannon-like arms, it's all over.
Yeah, there are a lot of things a superstar has to watch out for when locking up with John Cena. But if you don't find a way to stay away or neutralize Cena's power, you're not going to last long. When we talk about submission matches, we have to speak about one that, in many people's eyes, set the standard. It was WrestleMania 13. Bret the Hitman Hart was in a heated rivalry with a brash star on the rise named Stone Cold Steve Austin. This match started like no other submission match, with the two superstars battling in the crowd and attempting to use ring steps as a weapon.
Man, that hurts! Byron, you mentioned the submission match between Bret Hart and Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13. The rivalry between the Hitman and Stone Cold was so intense that WWE had no choice but to appoint mixed martial arts champion Ken Shamrock as a special guest referee. The Hitman didn't waste any time focusing his assault on Austin's injured knee.
Steve Austin was busted open, and in the ringside area, it looked like a tornado went through. Once locked in the sharpshooter, Austin refused to give up. Stone Cold passed out due to the excruciating pain, which was considered a submission, giving the Hitman the victory. If it's not the greatest match of all time, it's certainly in the discussion. In a submission moment, tap out from a submission move. There have been so many submission specialists throughout the history of this great business. Bret Hitman Hart, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, William Regal, and Daniel Bryan are a few who come to mind. And on the women's side, I think about Alundra Blaze, Natalya, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and the boss, Sasha Banks.
Corey, earlier you spoke about a submission match, and one thing I'd like to point out is that a submission match is not necessarily the same as an I Quit match. The key difference is that a submission match requires the use of a submission maneuver. In an I Quit match, victory can be achieved by bringing your opponent to the point where they quit as a result of the overall punishment they've received in the match.
That's an important distinction, Michael, especially since a superstar...
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
I don't know, is that enough to stop Cena? One of the things a superstar who's competing in a submission match has to be careful of is if they have an injury or have been injured in the past, and people know.
Roman Reigns picks up a strong victory. Submission matches are all about imposing your will on your opponent, as we can see right